What's up, guys? Welcome back to Faded Truth. Today is a solo episode. Just me hanging out, giving y'all some free game. So this week, I have been so busy. So many good things, new things happening. And I just wanted to take the time to kind of talk to you guys directly. So today's show is going to be about how to start your own podcast, how to monetize yourself with that podcast, how to rebrand. I'm going to tell you guys why I decided to leave YouTube and, create my own site. We're going to go into the transition, just being in the industry. I did get new cameras, so I'm going to kind of show you guys what I got, what I had, what I transitioned from. And also we're just going to talk about Faded Truth and what the main things that we're talking about and why we're talking about them. So first of all, let me start rolling up. So I've been learning how to roll joints, and I guess I'm like really aggressive, so with my tongue. So I've been learning how to be gentler with them. I don't know why, but I'm craving ginger ale. Oh. So kind of just a little background about how the podcast started. If you guys don't already know, or if you're new, make sure that you're subscribed to fadedtruth.com. Make sure you sign up for the monthly subscription and support. So I started the Faded Truth about a year and a half ago during the pandemic. And I really just said that I wanted to talk shit for a living, and I wanted to basically just have fun and live life, but also try and make money off of it. And I wanted to figure out how I could do that. So I shout out to Hip Hop News Uncensored and Viral Hip Hop News on YouTube. Sam helped me with getting all my equipment together as far as letting me know what I needed to buy to start the podcast. And so the one thing I can say is you definitely need to have somebody that tells you, what to get. For me, I decided to go all out with the mics. I got the Shores, which I'm happy I got, because I'm telling you, I had so many different, I've talked on so many different mics, and I've worked with it and seen how, you can't hear them. Sometimes you can't hear people if they're not right up on the mic with the crappy ones. So the Shores are really good. You're going to be able to just hang out. It's going to catch it no matter what. So invest in good mics. Mixer wise, I have a Yamaha MG 10XU. So I know when I went there, they tried to upsell me on the Rodecaster, but it's not something that I needed at the time. And I probably would need it now for more mics, but it holds up to 4 mics. The lights I got off Amazon. So I just got a cheap set off there of 4 lights, and I was using those for a while. Didn't know anything about lighting. So you can see the transition in that. And then the cameras. So, when I started the show, I was I want 3 angles. I want it to look like a real talk show. So I was I got to buy 3 cameras, and people are telling me all these DSLRs and all these crazy things, and they're $1,000, $2,000 a camera, and I'm yeah, I don't want to spend that. I didn't even have the money to spend that at the time. I was just maxing out credit cards. So, there's a lot of keef in here. So I started with these Canons, Canon Vixias. I got them off Amazon, a couple $100. I got 3 of them, and that's what I started with. So all of Faded Truth you have seen recorded on these cameras. Right now, we're actually recording on the GH5 Lumix from Panasonic. And so I ended up getting 3 of those. I got 2 of the GH5 and 1 of the GH5 II. The GH5 II I decided to get because you can live stream with this one. It now has live streaming capabilities. So in the future, when I do start live streaming directly from my camera, why not? Why not fucking have that quality? And then you can also get Blackmagic 4K was what I was going between these and the Blackmagic 4K. And I think they're both really good, honestly, and they're both kind of the same price. So it kind of just depends on, I guess, maybe brand for you, or if you're looking for something specific. Because what I'm doing, it's not insanely technical. I'm literally putting cameras up and shooting it and then editing it. I'm not running around, jumping over things and filming and all that stuff. So I guess it all depends on what you want to do. But for me, I'm so excited I got new cameras. Like, I had to invest in myself because now, you know, I'm charging a subscription at fadedtruth.com. So you guys need to see quality as well. And it's just fun to see and go through the journey because I love, you know, learning new things. Especially about something that I'm passionate about. So we went from, you know, low budget to professional, and it's going to show. And it's going to show while you guys are watching this because it already looks clear as fuck. I look vivid, bitch. So, trick for when you buy your cameras. So what I didn't realize was that I never actually had a camera that I needed a lens on. So I didn't even know that I was actually going to have to buy a lens separately from the camera. But a lot of times they'll bundle it, and you'll see bundles for the body with the lens and like a bunch of other shit you're really not going to use. The way I was able to stretch my money out and get 3 cameras instead of 2 was I actually bought the body separate from the lens. That way it kind of gave me a little bit more room. And then with the third lens for the third camera, I actually bought the wrong one. I bought the same as these, which these are 45 millimeter by 150. And for this angle where I'm at right now, for like, you know, up close to a person is fine. But to get both of us in here when I do my interviews, the widescreen angle, it's too big. So I actually had to send back the lens, and I found it cheaper. It was like half the price for like a 12 millimeter by something. So that's in the mail. And so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm rushing. I just, you know, I've been doing all these crazy things. I launched my billboard this weekend. Like, everything's been going crazy. My mind is just 10 places. So I was like, let me take a break and, you know, let me not rush things. Let me actually learn the new things that I'm getting, you know, for the future. And let me like sit down and just take a minute to talk to you guys and tell you like what the fuck's going on in my life, because it might be going on in yours, and you know, we might be able to help each other. So Panasonic Lumix, so excited. So pretty. All right, let me roll up. So yeah, so originally I had started the podcast to, you know, because I wanted to find a way to make money and talk shit. So once I realized that I could do that through YouTube, I've been chasing this. We're gonna roll a joint. Y'all see how good my joints are getting. It's getting good. I was just chasing this YouTube fucking algorithm, and you know, with YouTube it's very hard to, one, get views unless you're doing something crazy, or you're twerking, or you do something stupid, or like you hurt yourself or whatever. So trying to grow organically and putting out quality content on YouTube and doing that 2 to 3 times a week for a year and a half, you know, it just gets draining. I'm killing myself doing it because, you know, I edit all my own stuff. So while I was learning how to put my studio together, I was also learning Final Cut Pro through share screen. So shout out to Chris for helping me learn all that, and really just always being available to help me with my emergencies, with my tech emergencies. So I'm learning, I'm doing all this editing, I'm all the behind the scenes. I mean, from the point of this, of what we're doing now to get to you and to get to on the screen that you're watching, there's so much that goes behind it. You know, people don't realize when you're posting these videos, it's like tags, descriptions, thumbnails, titles, fucking cards, all these things. And then you're also getting flagged for what you're talking about. So the whole goal was to get monetized on YouTube, and I did that. I finally got monetized in August, and then I realized it was going to be a lot harder to make money than I thought. YouTube was blocking me for almost all my content. So once you get monetized on YouTube, you're able to see which videos are that you can monetize from that point forward that you've done in the past. And so more than half my videos were already excluded from getting monetization because of talking about cannabis, because of talking about sex, or whatever it is. You know, there's certain things that they're going to block and they're going to limit your access to, and you're not even going to be able to run ads on it and make money. So at that point I was like, wait, I didn't just work this whole time for now guys to tell me that, you know, my content is too vulgar or whatever. And that was already something I was kind of concerned with, so I was trying to keep it clean to a certain extent. But, you know, the more I got in the industry, the more I realized that I wanted cannabis to be a really big part of it. I really wanted cannabis to be a really big part of the show, because I've just, you know, I've always smoked, I've always been a pothead. It's always helped me level out and just be a nicer person. But it also has helped a lot of people around me. It's helped a lot of lives, or it's changed a lot of lives around me. And once you kind of see that, you know, you can't really deny it. So I wanted to really, the brand was to educate people on cannabis and the plant and how it can help people, no matter if you're doing CBD, THC, if you want to be high, if you don't, if you just got some pain, anxiety, whatever it is. There's something that can help you from the plant. And if I can't talk about those things, you know, why am I doing the show? If I can't get paid off the things that I really actually want to talk about, if I can't just roll up a blunt on my shit and get paid, like, what's the point of me doing it? I don't want to sit here and have a hobby, you know? I put in way too much to actually sit back and make quality content for YouTube to make money off of me or any other platform. So now you can see we have transitioned into fadedtruth.com, which is a subscription-based website. So all of my old videos, all of season 1 will be on YouTube still. And now all of season 2 will be exclusively on fadedtruth.com. So that's where you're going to be able to get all my content. You can get all audio off of here. You can sign up. You can see all the extra things on the site. Basically, you're subscribing to me as a person. So whatever I'm doing up there, I'm going to throw up there. Whether it's an interview or whether I'm on someone else's podcast or we're doing a live or whatever, you're going to see all content on there. Saw the whole ash everywhere. So you guys saw the whole rebrand of my Faded Truth. And at the time, back in August, I didn't even think twice about rebranding. I didn't know what rebranding was. I didn't really know what branding was. I just really didn't understand the concept of like what a brand is, because I was never really like brand driven even with shopping and stuff. So I never really saw like branding as a big thing. So after I interviewed my management, so DJ Moni, shout out to DJ Moni, Keith and Kale and the whole team. DJ Moni was on my show. She actually started DJing during the pandemic, and she's been a brand manager her whole life. So you can go back on YouTube and watch her interview. She'll be on in the future. She's also a sex therapist or sex teacher, kind of. So we'll see what she's got to teach us. So after we did our interview, you know, she had kind of talked to me about, you know, maybe is it something that you want to rebrand or work on? And I'm like, oh, I mean, I think I'm fine, you know. And I didn't realize that when you don't have a team, you don't see certain things. So I've been going, you know, this whole time thinking like, all right, well, I did it on my own. I got this far. I did this well, you know, whatever. But I also didn't have really any direction. You know, I was just going, but like I really didn't have like a direction, or I was just kind of chasing this YouTube algorithm, hoping that one of these videos is going to break it. One time that when someone shares this, it's going to blow up the video, and then it's just going to go viral or something, and then that will go from there, you know, and just really not knowing anything solid about how to monetize myself off of it. And that's another question I get from people. You know, how do I monetize my podcast or by what I'm doing? With podcasts, I think for me, the easiest way for you to monetize would be to actually charge your guests to come on. So if people want to come on your platform and you want them on your platform, then, you know, you charge them a fee to come on unless they're superstars, and then you don't. But the people that, you know, reach out to you and want to come on, of course, you charge them. That's your creativity, your time, your energy, everything. Charge them, you know, your time is valuable. Sponsors also help. That way you can just pretty much get free shit for the shit you would pay for anyway per month. Like whether that's weed or blunts or clothes, nails, like whatever it is. That'll always help. I realized I wasn't going to be able to go another year and a half making videos and pumping out content, quality content at that, things that are really, I'm really educating people on or making a difference. So after, I talked to Moni, she basically, I sat down and she told me about like what we would do, whether it be like, a new logo, we would build the site, we would monetize myself off the website. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't have to pay Patreon, or like, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean I can monetize myself? It just like didn't make sense to me, and that's the thing. Like, if you don't know something, how are you supposed to do anything if you don't have that information? So I'm just so grateful that I got to meet people that like actually told me about like ways to change myself and help my company and my brand. So I decided to go forward with rebranding. I actually took a step back and was like, okay, if we do this, like we're going to go balls to the wall, because during the whole transition of being in the podcast, like I've had maybe 3 or 4 times where I really was on a roller coaster of like, okay, do I want to continue to do this? Like, do I have the energy for it? And then what brought me back was like, do you want to keep working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life? Like, do you want to keep chasing money and you want to make money for other people, or you want to just start to, try and do something for yourself? And then if it works, cool. If it doesn't, at least you tried to do something for yourself. So that's really all I need to remotivate myself. Hey, like I'm ready to be my own boss. I'm ready to just be an entrepreneur and do the things I want to do and put my money where I want to put it and not have to commit my time for any amount of money. So that was really the biggest factor for me. And you're going to find your reason as well of why you want to be an entrepreneur and why you want to, start your own thing. The 180 is crazy. We redid the logo. The logo looks more professional because unfortunately my Grand Theft Auto logo of me with my blunt and my wine isn't really promotable on ad platforms. So if I want to run ads, I can't run them on Google, I can't run them on Facebook, can't run them on Instagram because I'm smoking. So something that looks, a little bit more professional. We had a whole new color scheme. I mean, I already picked these purple chairs, like I think before we even did the change. And so it kind of all just came together. Like the purple just came together. I saw these chairs. I was like, yes, I need them. And I always loved purple my whole life. So this is like, and then the whole website is now purple. It just gives me amethyst vibes, like calming, just, I don't know, positive vibes. She did everything from the billboard design that you saw, to the website, to the logo, to the color scheme, to helping me with my social media, telling me what to post, when to post, how to, get the impressions and things like that up, because although it's not something I expected, I really am in a social media world, and I really didn't expect that when I started, and I didn't expect to be like an influencer, but that's what it's turned into, and I'm just glad I can influence people in what I think is a positive way. If you're following me or if you support me and you're subscribed, because you like what the fuck I'm talking about, so I appreciate it. But yeah, so website looks phenomenal. If you guys need any type of branding work, go to SimoneHughes.com or hit up at the DJ Moni. She also told me that I needed to kind of find places of things I wanted to talk about, because before I was just talking about everything and whenever I wanted. And that's what I liked, but then I also have to have some type of thing, so when people say, well, what's your show about? I at least have some type of buckets to give them. So I have 5 because 3 is just too little. So first we got is cannabis. Cannabis, you're really going to just see interviews with cannabis related guests. So ones that we've had in since the website has launched, we have had Nicotine, First Legal Hash Company, and then we had Kaz from High Times magazine doing the cannabis cup in here. So you can check those out in the episode section once you subscribe. And so it's going to be, anything that's educating us on the plant, breaking that stigma, whether it's smoking it, cooking it, I don't know, fucking everything. Looking at it under the microscope. Shout out to the ganjiers out there. Ganjiers. So, Then we have creatives. So, you know, I think most of Faded Truth season 1 was a lot of creatives. We did, I had a lot of singers, artists, rappers, actors, just people in the creative space. And I am so happy that I started the show, and I started, shout out to Bully and Taz and Alex Hugo and everyone that was in the Bully, because they really opened my mind to like what creatives were. I never understood how people were and how they were labeled that, and now I understand it completely, because it's just like a whole different perspective, and it just kind of makes you be like, oh shit, they're happy, I want to be happy too. So that's honestly how it started. So shout out to them, and shout out to my girl Taz for being a light. She was definitely one of the first lights I met. So you can check right now on creatives. We have in there from season 2, we got Irv the God, and we got Jovi Jove in there. And we also have Jake Gallen, podcast crypto. And so next is health and wellness, which is like, I love this section because I never thought that I would be like into health and wellness. I was always an athlete. Well, not an athlete. I was always working out. I was always in the gym. I did like, you know, a competition. And I was always like, never thought I had any type of mental health issues, or just like thought I didn't think I had any issues, okay? So this year has been really eye-opening for me. 2020 was my opening of my spiritual journey, and this 2021 has just been like crazy with my elevation, because I've been addressing issues that I've been suppressing my whole life, and shit, I'm telling you, like, it feels so good to address them and just let things go. And like, or just like get them out, just talking about them and saying shit about it. Like, you know, understanding that it's something you might need to work on, even if it's not completely done, but you're going to start working on it. It's just so freeing. And doing that has really allowed me to grow more in my life, and just like doing things around me and just better things happening to me. And so, you know, health and wellness is mental health, spiritual health, holistic, physical, financial shit. I just got started going into trading. Definitely investing in crypto. 100%. Everyone should be investing in some type of crypto. But I just started learning how to trade as well. So I'm learning these skills that were never taught to me ever, that no one in my family knows how to do, because we come from, you know, generational poverty patterns. So I'm really trying to break these things and build some type of little bit of wealth that I can. That way I can do it for me, and then teach the people around me so that they can do it for themselves as well, and they can be free. Because we're all chasing this dream of like, okay, I get to vacation once a year, and I get my 2 weeks a year, and like, but then you have to work another 50 hours and overtime just to make the bills. And it's fucking annoying. And nobody wants to live like that. And I've been on that struggle bus my whole fucking life, and I'm just over it, you know? So now that I'm in a place where I can kind of take a step back and learn a skill without having to be on survival mode, there's just like, the opportunities are endless. What's next? Food porn. So I love food my whole life. I just can eat more than a normal person and still be hungry. And that's why I did my food challenge. If y'all didn't see, it's still on YouTube. I did my 3-pound, or I don't know how much it weighed, big ass stromboli. And I did that shit in like 15 minutes, and I thought I was going to throw up. But we're going to do like food challenges, mukbangs, chefs. So right now in season 2, you can go see Chef Stacey Dugan in the episode section. We did a coconut turmeric red lentil soup. It was THC infused, and it was vegan. So it was just a great meal, and it was made with love, and it was for the fall. And so we're going to do more, you know, I always like to do culture videos. So you've seen a couple different cultures on the show so far. So we're just going to keep going in. I think coming up we got the fries man himself. These fries actually look really bomb. I'm excited to try them. And then we got Taboo. So originally when I started, I was talking shit with my girls And, you know, like I said, I'm getting fucking censored on YouTube and shit for, you know, talking about dicks and whatever. So I'm just like, I don't want to be censored. Having my own website and monetizing myself allows me to say whatever the fuck I want, and I can still say whatever the fuck I want, and I still get paid because it's my shit, okay? So it's my shit. It's my shit. That's what you gotta understand. So Taboo, we're doing people in the adult industry. You've already seen a couple people in the adult industry on YouTube. You can check those out. And then also, you know, Taboo Talks. So we're going to talk with men and women about sex, relationships, because it's important to have perspectives from everybody. Because, you know, when you talk to your girls or your guys, they're like, yeah, whatever, fuck that bitch. And she's like, fuck him, girl, like, whatever. So, you know, if y'all are listening to your friends, you're probably going to be mad at each other. Whereas if you actually listen to the perspective of the other sex, then maybe it would change your mind, and then maybe it would change how you act or how you respond, and that therefore it would change your future relationships. You never know. You know, I honestly think it's just fun to talk shit and hear the perspective, because guys are just crazy to me. Like, I mean, we're crazy too, but like, they're just a mess. But yeah, I think it's entertaining. So basically you could come on the show and hear a little bit of everything. But one day I want to like cook, and then the next day, you know, I want to interview an artist. Why can't I do that? So, you know, I'm just building my brand little by little, and I appreciate you guys understanding and supporting and just continuing to like see the change. If you guys are looking to start your own show, business, whatever, just go for it. You don't know until you try. Like I said, you don't have to start with crazy. I mean, people really make movies off of iPhones, so you don't need much. But I would say if you have to invest in something, your mics and your cameras from the start. I did the mics, not the cameras, and you know, they look janky for a while. And I know that now only because my eye is like more of a tech eye now, so I see things. And shout out to Moni again, because now I'd be looking at people's websites or their billboards or like their logos, and I'm like, oh, you know, that we could get some help with that. So if you need some help with your shit, hit up my girl, the DJ Moni. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was fun talking to myself. Tune in next week. 2022 is going to be crazy, guys. I'm so excited. You were here first. Subscribe, fadedtruth.com. Until next time, peace.
Damn, what's your value? I'm ready now, not at noon. Please stay in tune. I'm not a groom, married to the game. I hope it's all the same. I said it's all my life, so I'ma feel the pain.